Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Meng Lo, and welcome back to Meng's Barbershop. We are here with a special guest, Crow, and he's going to be telling us his story. And I hope you guys enjoy and are inspired. How you doing, Scott? That's Crow. Look over the screen. All right, Crow. How's it going, man?
Definitely doing good, man.
Yeah, good. Have a seat. Have a seat. I'm gonna get your the cape on you. So how you been, man?
Doing good.
Yeah, good, good.
Life is good.
Saw that. Saw the video you sent me of your little side gig that you're doing. You know, painting the shoes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You also was talking about how you have a NFT coming out.
Yeah, so I want to launch that out. I want to launch my NFT sometime this year.
Ooh, okay,
And,
okay.
Yeah, I got into it. It's quite interesting that lots of artists out there that are finally getting recognized for their hard work. So, Yeah, something that I want to look into it. Something that I want to venture into it.
Oh, that's good. I think that's definitely the future, you know.
Yeah,
And so I think that the sooner you get into it, I think the sooner it's going to bring you money, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, definitely.
So you have a very inspiring story,
Mhm.
yeah, and I would love, you know, to share your story
Okay.
and you know let people know what you've been through and where you're going and where you've been, you know, if you don't mind sharing your story.
Yeah, I don't mind. Anything that could help for others to motivate them, to inspire them in a positive way, I'm with it.
Oh, awesome, man.
Yeah.
So start from the beginning. You know, like what happened. What you know. What.
Well, my upbringing, it's quite almost like a maze. I was born in a refugee camp, and when I was a kid, I was one of those child that was really sick. I was told by my mother that I was not supposed to meant to make it, but for somehow I was able to struggle through. And during those times, during the Vietnam War, I'm sure everyone heard the history. And from there, we were able to escape the war, came to the U.S. We landed in Fresno, California in the 80s. And we lived there for all the way till the 90s. And shortly after that, my father already kind of sensed that I was kind of up to no good. At the age of 9, I was already beginning to become a thief. And so because at this age, I made a dedication to myself that I do want to be the best thief there is. So because of that, I trained. And through my training, I've become a professional thief. If I fail, then on those days, if I get caught by my father, I will get beat, senseless. So through that, I never.
So you got really good.
I got really good. Yeah, I really got really good. I never learned my lesson. So throughout my whole childhood, I was always bad, but at the same time, I did good for the community. I grew up in Korean City from the 90s, and I hung around with a lot of white folks, and I grew up around them. I never saw that a lot of them were racist, but being because that this city, it was known for that part.
Yeah.
So as a kid, growing up into my teen, I slowly start to develop a habit where I start to hang with the wrong crowd. And from there, I decided to start to skip school, not to go to school no more. And I got better at being a thief. And I moved from there to breaking into people's car. And it got worse. It got worse. It got to a point where they finally start to put me in juvenile hall. They put me on house arrest. And each and everybody who I hung around with, normally they will get in trouble. Normally they will put themselves in a situation where I had to go and to sort it out, or that I had to go and talk to certain individuals that represent for a certain group. And because of that, and because of all the rumors of who I am, I get many visitors. Sometimes it doesn't end well, and sometimes it ends in a good way. But growing up into my teen, it just took me to a level where I started joining the gang, and then from there, just started not going home no more, running away from home. Then my father and them, they got involved. My father got involved. He recruited many people to help track me down. Then the police got involved. So all these people that got involved, all because of me, and because of my habit, and because of my wrongdoing. Around 1997, it's when I got really into the gang. Then from there, I really got into associating with the bad people and all the people that I hung around with. It was not like the type of gang that you will actually see down south, but ours is more like just kind of like a bunch of family in a way, you know? So yeah, growing up in the city, I saw many good things, saw many bad things, did many good things for the community, but at the same time, in the end, all the bad things that I done, it outtrump all the good things in the end. And it took me to prison. In 1999, I committed a crime that I'm not really proud of, and I still regret to this day. And I don't encourage for anybody out there to follow the same step as I did a long time ago. This took me to prison for 19 years.
19 years.
8 months.
How old were you when you went in?
I was 17 years old.
17.
Yeah.
Man, you were just a kid.
17 years old. I had to learn how to be an adult. I had to learn how to read, to write. I had to learn how to re-educate myself among many adults. At the age of 17, and that time, it was completely different. The surrounding, the place that I was in, especially San Quentin, at the time, it was almost like in a film. The only difference was the noise. It just never stopped. You know?
How long were you in San Quentin for?
I was there for approximately 6 months.
6 months.
6 months during the duration of try to figure out where they're gonna put me or where they're gonna send me.
Because you were 17.
17. I cannot be housed with any of the inmates that are over age due to the fact that I could sue them, and because of that, the prison did not allow for any of that to actually happen for me to integrate with the GP.
Yeah. Where did you actually end up and serve most of your time?
Pelican Bay.
Pelican Bay, okay.
Pelican Bay would be the most. It was 7 years
that
I served there. When I asked for the transfer to go there, it's just due to because I have family that live near there. So I wanted to have a visit after 3 years, but the board member, they couldn't understand the reason why I wanted a transfer. So
because Pelican Bay is max security.
Yes. Yes, and they just came off of the 2001 riots. So because of that, they were kind of confused. Yeah.
And they thought you're gonna go there and start trouble or something. Yeah.
But I still went there. I did 7 years there. I saw the good and the bad. But it actually taught me this is where it will actually help me to actually change, just due to many of my peers who has told me in the beginning that the best way to actually change yourself is to start from the top. And you have to start from a level 4 that is super violent and super maximum. And you will actually learn how to change, and you will, once you get to like a level 2, level 1, you'll be able to be mellowed out. You know, so with this knowledge, it actually helped me through my 19 years. it wasn't like a straightforward role, but
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
really, really bumpy.
How'd you keep yourself such a good guy? You know, like you're such a nice person. You know, you try to get back into the community. You try to help out. You try to do all this stuff. You're trying to like, you know, go back into like integrate back into society, and it's completely normal. You know.
Um, it's it's hard. It's hard to stay sane in a place where they call madness. I've been in places where you will have psychopath people who's on meds, and if you allow yourself to crumble or you allow yourself to be a part of that, then you will get lost in the system. The thing is that many people, they go to prison to look for God, but I did not do that. I did not go to look for God, because out here I did not look for Him. I went to prison to actually try to find myself.
Yeah.
That's the most important person. So I took upon myself to actually study and to better myself, because I do want people out here, the public, the community, and especially the people who were affected by, for what I have done, especially the entire community, the fire department, the police department, everything that was involved. So because of all this, I wanted to change, to show the community that one day when I come home, that I'm no longer a threat, that I'm no longer that person who still involved with the bad people and the gang and situation that I shouldn't be in. And not just that, but I do keep tab. I keep tab of a lot of people out here of how their life turned out. So I don't want to be that person where they constantly saying bad things about you. But I do want to be that person where I can come out and say that I actually made it, where I can show to my nephew, my niece, and them that prison is not a good way to actually like experience, to actually change, but to actually look at somebody like myself and nitpick all the bad stuff that you're not supposed to do, and only pick the good stuff that I did and incorporate that into your life. So that way it better yourself.
Oh yeah, man. So, no, that's so inspiring. You know, lots of words. You know, like that's for a 17-year-old to go on there and then spend 19 years of your adult life in there. And coming out, and like when you went in, there was no cell phones, right?
No.
And then when you came out, like the world has changed. It's moved on, and it's in. I wouldn't know how to cope.
It's at first it's hard. I can wholeheartedly say that in the beginning, I forced myself to cry. I forced myself to cry, and that just because it needs to get out the way, and I had to look at reality in the mirror. Is that 20 years is going to be a long stretch. And so because of that, I made that final decision that no matter how long it is, I will not allow myself to die in prison. And I will not allow myself to be a part of the system where many people who goes in and they're only known as the number that's given to them. And when they leave the prison system, that's all they will ever be known for.
And most of the time they reoffend and they go back. So
even those the people that actually go back, it doesn't have to be Asian, it doesn't have to be Hmong people. It's any race who I spoke to, I became good friends with. Even the largest shot caller in their group, I became good friends with. It's just the way how I carry myself. I'm not a lifer, but many inmates who I came across had pointed out that, man, you speak like you're actually like a lifer. You carry yourself like a lifer, but their
wisdom and knowledge.
Yes.
Man, that's what I mean. Was there dangerous times in there? I mean, like what, like did you have to like ever had to defend yourself? You know what I mean? Like, did you keep to yourself? I mean, how did you spend 19 years of your life, right? Yeah,
Spending there to avoid all the riots, all the fight. It's a headache. It's a headache, and when you watch it on a film or on a giant screen, it's a completely different feeling. But when you're actually in it and it's actually your people that is involved, it's a different feeling because you had no other choice but to be involved, just due to the fact that we are all locked together and being because that we as a group we had to help each other, and because of that, many incident does occur over stupid incident. Stupid things that people say or certain things that people want to claim or they want to hold, saying that this is what belongs to them.
Yeah.
To avoid all of that, I just stay quiet.
Mm-hmm.
I try to be the person who tried to find solution more of peace than more violent. And at the same time, is if you see somebody who is bigger or somebody who is tougher, it's a good thing to just be the bigger person and just allow that person to be who he is. Because at the end of the day, if he's happy, you're happy, and as long as there's no violence, because there's no women in there for any of us to impress.
Yeah.
So, but guys, they do that to each other each and every day. I got along with a lot of guys that who had this kind of attitude where they carry themselves, where they're really rich, or that they're used to be a pimp in a certain way. So these are the type of person that I surround myself in a way to pick up knowledge due to the fact they've been locked up for quite a long time. Some that is serving 30 years to even life. And so they do teach me. A lot of OG, they taught me how to stay out of trouble, taught me how to better myself, how to speak. I went in there, I didn't know how to speak English too well.
Man. Because you came, Thailand and then Laos and then, all that stuff. And so was there a school system in there? Like, could you go to school?
Yes, you could go to school. I went to school, which it was called either ABE 1, 2, or 3. That's what it was called.
Okay.
So you're put in one of the 3 group, and your whole main job is to try to better yourself and try to either achieve a GED or earn credit for your high school diploma. And it took me 13 years.
13 years.
13 years just to get my GED. It was quite a long time, but because multiple lockdown and multiple places that I was transferred to, so due to this, it just took quite a long time.
Yeah, but you were able to get your GED.
Yes.
Still.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The people that out and about and are free, they don't even get their GED.
Yes.
So that's quite an accomplishment, man.
I want to set the record straight that things that you see on film is not exactly what happens in real life. Not every day that people get raped in prison. I hear many story.
Yeah.
But no, in my 20 years of serving time in the most hardcore penitentiary, I never experienced anybody getting raped.
Oh man.
Not from any race.
Yeah. So, no, that's.
Yeah. So
I don't know why they put that in movies. I don't know why they it's.
It does happen, but it happens like not quite often. It just
or does it happen at all? You know what I mean? Yeah.
The most I say the people has to worry the most when you go to prison is getting stabbed. Getting stabbed and getting into a fight. Those are the 2 most that you do not want to get involved, because it doesn't matter if you're the victim or the suspect, you still gonna serve time. They're gonna give time to one of you. And you will end up in the hole. So,
man,
that's not good.
And what exactly is the hole?
The hole is a place where they isolate you from the rest of the GP. You'll be with either another inmate, or you'll be by yourself. And
okay, so it's kind of like jail, but for prison.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, with no TV. You go to the store, but the food that you're allowed to buy is I say it's not enjoyable, but it's enough for you to survive just till the next month.
Gotcha.
You know.
So, is there a way? I mean, did you work in there? Was there jobs? I mean, what's?
I did in Folsom in my last 7 years that I was there. I did pick up a few trades to where I was working as a clerk in plant operation as a clerk. So I had to sort different time cards to even worksheet for different workers. So it was a good experience. They paid me at the time was only 18 cents an hour.
18 cents an hour?
Mm-hmm. And each month I will receive probably $24.
Wow.
Now you can imagine $24 in there.
Wow.
guys were willing to work for $24, and especially
you said $24 a month.
$24 a month.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah. So you can imagine that's enough for only probably one case of soup, a 24 pack, and probably a few snacks, and that's it.
Dang.
And that don't even last you till probably the next month. That'd be gone by probably 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Man, that's you still made that last.
You did.
Like $24, that's not even gas, a tank of gas right now, like a full tank,
No. I enjoy my job. I got a cool boss. They all love me. By this time, I finally got the entire prison to allow me to kind of move around a little bit, I stayed within my boundary, but I got to know a lot of correctional officers at this time, got to know a lot of free staff. So yeah, the job is good. Depending on which one you were, if you want like the highest, then you can go to PIA, which this is where California it's known for the license plate, Folsom State Prison.
Okay.
Yes. So up there, they're paying you at $90 to $1 an hour.
So, wow! So that's much better than 18 cents.
Yeah, much.
I mean, it's not a lot, but it's a lot better than 19 cents.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's a lot better if you do not have restitution. If you do have restitution, meaning you will have court fees that you have to pay back, victims that you have to pay. So these are considered as restitution.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
It is.
Yeah. And so when so the last year, right? Like I know that California passed a law to where if you end up being like a level 1, right, you get out early, right? And is that how you got out early, or is that how you served your full term?
I started my full term, and then in 2000 I caught another case. It was pertaining to supposedly two knife. But the case, it got complicated. I could have won that case fair and square, but due to more confusing in between, and the person who conducted my hearing at the time was not there for that reason, but was there to ask a question for a different reason. So because of that, I was found guilty, and I got handed with 4 years and another strike.
Oh man!
And all of these laws that were changed was due to because of Governor Brown from when he was serving way back in the day. So it took time for the law to change. As time went by, it didn't really start until 2010.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it didn't start until 2010 until they start to see that the prisons started to get overpopulated, and it got to a point where guys were sleeping in not just like double bunk, but you're sleeping in triple bunk.
Oh wow! So that was crowded. Sounds crowded.
So due to all this, they slowly start to change these laws. I got a chance to go to parole board, and I had to speak about what I did. I have to explain everything. And once they're satisfied with what they're seeing and they see that I'm no longer the same person, then that's how I was able to actually get out.
Dang. Yeah. What a journey, bro.
Yeah.
What a journey. I think that deserves a beer. What would you, do you drink beer? You want a beer?
Yeah, I'll take
it. Which would you like? A Heineken? All right. I'll drink one with you. I bought these just for these occasion.
Okay, nice.
Let me find a random tool around the garage. Yep. There we go. Open this up. Thank you. I really do appreciate you coming by. I really do appreciate you sharing your story.
Yeah.
I know that it's gonna be very impactful and help someone out. You know what I mean? Like hope and resiliency. You know what I mean? So thank you, man.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. It was very inspiring to hear the story. I know that there was a lot that he didn't say, but from what he did tell us, it was still very inspiring and very motivational. If you do like content like this, please subscribe, and share. Share this video with somebody that could need this information, that may find this helpful. And so, until next time,